Taizo, you're very welcome.
Welcome. Thank you very much for coming. For inviting me.
Thank you.
No, I'm not the host. I'm
yeah, well,
sorry.
exactly. Well, in fairness, I am the blow-in here in Singapore. So
Yeah, thank you for coming to Singapore. Yeah.
Thank you very much. So where do I start? So I mentioned earlier, obviously, that well, first of all, you're a very successful entrepreneur in your own right, and have been hugely successful. But when you created Mistletoe as an impact collective, what was your vision?
Yeah, we started the Mistletoe activities in 2014, so literally 10 years ago. And before that, I was an serial entrepreneur and also a kind of the angel investor to the young entrepreneurs in Asia. And also my brother is a founder of the SoftBank. And sometimes I supported their M&A and also investment strategy. So thanks to that environment, I could experience a lot of the various kind of the network and experiences and also good things and bad things. So and then, but one day, so I'm 51 years old. So now at the time I'm 40, and especially in Asia, there is a Chinese old saying that when you become 40, you have a clear way to pursue your life or something like that. But I was so shocked that when I became 40, I was spending whole day from the very early morning to midnight, spending so many meetings, so many boring business dinners and lunch and so on. And then one day I found that I was not born to spend the time with a boring meeting. And then I started to ask to myself that what for I'm living and what for I should dedicate rest of my life. And then after the long contemplation and long discussion with like my partner, I reached to the new idea that we would definitely start supporting the great entrepreneurs who will bring the very game-changing innovation to change the world better. So at the time, we didn't use the word impact so much. It's because I have a hesitation that if we start telling that the impact investment or the impact community or something like that, then and one day I started sharing this idea with my friends who live in Silicon Valley as a venture capitalists, and then, oh, Taizo-san, are you retiring? Oh, you're retiring to the philanthropic world? No way, it's too early for you. No, and then I felt that no way, I'm not retiring, but actually so investing to the impactful startup and to change the world better, and also the getting the nice financial returns will accommodate in both ways. So we can pursue both ways simultaneously. So that's why we started this long, very strategic discussions and also philosophical discussions, and then we set the agenda, which means an impact investment thesis, and also what kind of impact should we make together with great entrepreneurs. And then we started scanning the world. And then if we find a nice entrepreneurs, and usually those nice entrepreneurs knows a good investor. Good investor knows a good entrepreneur, another entrepreneur. So through the words of mouth, we could create a good network around the world. And then, so 10 years has passed since we started. And then, so in our definition, of course, sometimes we invest to the very commercial, not impactful, but a very nice startup sometimes. But in our definition, we have invested 87 million US dollars, and also the IRR is 18.7%. It's not bad. Of course, not the best, but not bad. 18.7% IRR is not bad. So I think the impact investment is not empty at all, of course. And it's already not new to me, new to us. And it's obviously, it will become a mainstream of the investment and also the startup. ecosystem because if we can listen to the young people's voices, like a Gen Z or a Gen Alpha, we can easily understand and know that the mainstream will be changed. It's because every young people, Gen Z guys, they say that I don't want to buy the products from the big corporations, which is not environmentally nice. I don't want to use the services which is damaging the planet or planet Earth. So they clearly say so. And eventually within 5 to 10 years from now, they will become the main player of the market, main user of the consumer of the market. And then everything will be changed. So in a sense, still impact investment is a bit early, even especially in Asia. But you guys are, of course, the first mover, and we should tie up together and connect it together to exchange and prosper together. And then I think we can be a very good driving force of the changing the world better.
I know you're a huge proponent, and I think what you've described there is kind of you can do well while doing good, which is I think a great philosophy. And I think some people think that that's mutually exclusive, that you can't be a nice person and do well. Well, I'm a big believer you can. I know you are as well. But it's interesting when you talk with the genesis of how you went on your path to create Mistletoe and the thesis and the response you got from your VC friends in the US doesn't surprise me. And we've had the opportunity, I'd say, myself and my colleagues in Venturebeam to have about, I'd say, 30 dinners now at this stage around the world to understand what impact means to people, and in certain markets it's really evolved. It's almost viewed as what it is viewed as mainstream kind of asset allocation. In others, it's still viewed as almost quasi philanthropy. So I think you're dealing with the challenges, or you dealt with the challenges in that regard. I suppose what I would ask you is, when you started allocating with an impact thesis, if you like, or a social thesis, what challenges did you encounter?
What challenges? Actually, I'm originally the entrepreneur, so I don't care for other people's voice or criticism. So that's why we enjoyed a lot. But of course, but most of the cases, those new impactful startups, they struggle for fundraising, and they struggle for business development. Even though the mission or technology itself is really nice, but since it's very new to the market, so it's very difficult for them to convince the business partner to replace the existing solutions to their new technology or something like that. So it took so much time to penetrate the market and also grow. So so that was struggling, and also we gave them the best as much as we could, giving a helping hand as much as we could, but still, it was really hard. So so we were feeling that not only we, but also some other like-minded people should get together to support each other. So that kind of thing is very, very essential and important. So that's why we started finding the like-minded people like you guys. So, and then I could feel the power of the connected support network globally. So I think I'm sure that also you are thinking of feeling such kind of things. So in that sense, this event, meetup is really, really meaningful and important. Yeah.
Appreciate that. Thank you. And actually, I know you've obviously, we've talked a lot about the investor side or the investment side, and you've rightly pointed at the entrepreneur side of this kind of two-sided equation where you're allocating capital and deploying capital. And at the end of the day, without good investment opportunities and amazing entrepreneurs, there wouldn't be any impact investing, right? And I know you invested in Kaidi, obviously your founder here from Venturebeam. But what do you look for in entrepreneurs? So when you meet an entrepreneur who has a great project, great idea, whatever stage they're at? What are you looking for? What's
I'm always looking for a new, I don't know how to say, out of the box idea to change the world better. So in these days, everybody's talking about how to change the world better, or how to save avoid the amazing the planet and planet Earth, and but in my impression, not so great the solutions or approaches to change the world better is happening yet, not happening yet. So I'm always looking for the new innovators' idea or new unique approach, how utilize the technology, latest technology, for what, for and how, and if it is very different from our common sense, I will get interested in more. Since if everybody, so for example, if the Mistletoe partner listen to the founder's story or the ideas, and then if all of us say, oh yes, oh that's really good, and then maybe it's not good. So if, for example, if I'm saying, this is amazing, but on the other hand, my partner says, this is terrible. So that kind of controversial situation happens, and then maybe that has a huge potential. So actually, we have experienced many times that the startup we invested and all our partners say yes is so-so. And controversial cases sometimes became a very big unicorn.
You know what I'm thinking right now? There's a bunch of people in this room who have investment committees, I'd suggest, right? And they're going, oh dear. We try to get but I think you're absolutely right. It's almost like groupthink, isn't it?
Yeah. So I will give you the one small example. I mean, in a very short period of time. There is a company called Zipline. They deliver the goods by using drone. So I met the founder 10 years ago, 2013, and he was a MIT researcher, AI researcher at the time, very young guy. And he came to my office, and then he bring just one sketch. The drone is delivering something to the house. So, and he asked me that, hey, Taizo-san, how many times a week are you using the online shopping? So it was 10 years ago, so maybe once a week, maybe. Yeah, it's average in the US. So, and then, do you have a fridge in your house? He asked. And then, yeah, of course, I have a big family, so we have a big, fridge, and also a dedicated fridge for the kimchi. So I have a very big fridge. And then, okay, and then he told me that in the future, you don't need a fridge anymore. And also, you will use the online shopping 10 times or 20 times a day. No way, I don't want to buy many things a day. And also, I need a fridge. So why are you telling so? It's because I will make it, I will deliver anything within 10 to 15 minutes from the supermarket or warehouse directly to your home. So no need to store the fridge. It's a waste of the electricity, he said. What? I can't believe you. So, and at the time, there was no word drone. So he told me that it's a UAV, unmanned aerial vehicle or something like that. And then it didn't become popular. But anyway, he mentioned it. So I couldn't believe it, actually, to be honest. But his vision was really unique and important, unusual. So that's why, as an angel investor, since I don't think you can make a success, make it happen, but since your idea is very interesting, so that's why I will bet to your dream, vision. It's okay to lose, but anyway, you should trying the prototype. And then they made it happen. So they have already created the drone delivery network in Africa, and carry the vaccine and bloods and medical stuff. And they are saving every day. They're saving many people's lives in Africa. And also they started a delivery service finally in the U.S., tying up with the Walmart. So all the in Arkansas state. So everybody living in Arkansas, they can get anything within 15 minutes, 24 hours. So and then delivery cost is way cheaper than the truck drivers and so on. So so that kind of thing is very controversial in the beginning. So the reason why it's become controversial is because I believed these ideas, and I'm imagining that if that technology made it happen and penetrate the market, implemented to the society, and then oh my gosh, amazing thing will happen. So that's why I'm so excited. But on the other hand, another guy who criticized it, that's terrible, is because they don't think that it will penetrate the market and implement it to the society. So that's why it's one of the most terrible idea to invest. But so assumption, the starting point of thoughts is totally different. Standpoint is different. So that's why it become a controversial. But so whether they can implement to the society and penetrate that by penetrating a market is so we can't control. So it's a kind of the matter of luck, right? So but once it penetrate the market, and then the world will change. So so in that sense, the controversial, out of the box, unusual, uncommon idea is very exciting to me and also important to the world. So that's why I'm always looking for that kind of the crazy entrepreneurs.
Very good. Crazy entrepreneurs.
Crazy
The quote of the day.
entrepreneurs, yes.
Well, I mean, the world needs risk capital, and the world needs people like you and us to kind of take a bet, for want of a better term, on people and their big vision. We've talked a bit about entrepreneurship and entrepreneurs, but obviously, one question I'd have, which as I'm sure everyone would like to ask, is, how important was your family to your entrepreneurial journey? Because obviously you're from quite an entrepreneurial family, I would suggest, between your dad and your brother and so on. How important was that to your makeup, to becoming an entrepreneur, and obviously now an impact investor?
Become myself an entrepreneur?
Yeah, how important was that family background?
My family is our family is originally Korean, but my grandparents came to Japan, and I'm a third generation born in Japan as a Korean. And actually, when I grew up, at the time, no discrimination in Japan, but our brothers and parents and grandparents, they suffered from those kinds of discrimination. But our family was like any or other immigrants. They are very tough guys, and they worked very hard to survive in the society. So my dad always told me that hey, sons, we have four brothers, and I'm the youngest. Hey, sons, you should be independent. You should not depend on anybody, including dad. So in a sense, I have no money to succeed to you, so you can do anything. And then I ask, is there no money to give me as a successor? No, unfortunately, no. And then, but at the time, as I grow older, I came to know that why he said so. It's because of that he like to encourage me to do anything you like, especially. Of course, this is global, universal, but especially in Asia, the children respect parents too much. in my opinion, too much. So that's why sometimes we regulate ourselves by respecting the parents' opinions or thoughts and so on. So sometimes we regulate ourselves from the going out of the box. So that's why my dad encouraged me to be free as much as you can, as you like, and forget about the parents or family and so on. So, but on the other hand, my brother, the Masa, the founder of SoftBank, he is always using me as a slave. So so actually, I'm not working for SoftBank at all, and I'm not getting any money from SoftBank, but he uses me a lot, and I contributed huge value added to them, but he didn't do anything, and so but every time he liked to involve me, he called me and, hey, Taizo, who changed your diaper? And then I since at that time I was a baby, so I don't know, I don't remember. Oh, maybe you don't remember. I know, but I did. You change your diaper, but according to my mom, just only once or twice. But and then so you have to follow my order. So that's the way he involved me, and then but so at the the when one day at the board meeting of the SoftBank, he invited me to the board meeting, and then hey, so they were discussing the very tough issues to solve, and then hey, I will introduce my brother Taizo. He will deal with it. So, and he will make it happen by all means. So I'd like to introduce you guys. And then, hey, Taizo, I changed your diaper, right? So you have to do it. So in the front of the great board members, he said so to me. So that's why, of course, I couldn't say no. So, but I had to accept it. But I said to Masa that, okay, maybe you changed my diaper, even though I don't remember. So I will give back to you in the future. I will change your diaper in the future.
Oh, very good. Very good. Very good. Well, it's funny. I was at an event. I think I mentioned this to you a couple of weeks ago, and there was a very senior executive from SoftBank there, and he said that at one point, everyone in the executive was hoping that you would come back and you would run the Vision Fund.
No way, no way, no way, no way.
Now, as it happens, you've recently bought a SoftBank kind of Asia Ventures VC arm. So maybe just as we close out, talk about where does that fit in your strategy going forward? Where is EdgeJob? What's the plan? If you can tie in the great work you're doing with Venturebeam, that'll be very helpful.
Yes. As you know, obviously now is a very important moment, epic of the next 100 years, right? AI is coming, and also the social impact is the most important things for everybody. So obviously those AI innovation and also the impact investment and also impactful startup, that will be merged, diverse. And then actually for last 10 years, I'm just an angel investor. It's unusual, but it's we call ourselves the global angel investor. Angel investor used to be usually the local, right? Local investor will support local entrepreneurs. That's an angel investor. But of course, I don't want to limit the geographical area. So there are so many great guys in the world. So I like to support as much as we can. So that's why we become a global angel investor. But sometimes, for example, the Singapore government hey, Taizo-san, why don't you drive the venture capital, venture funds as a GP? And then we are more than happy to be the LP to invest to your funds. But I said, no way. So I rejected. It's because I like needed a freedom, because I'm always telling to the crazy entrepreneurs, you can lose my money, but you do the bold approach, very brave and bold approach to make some prototype very brilliant way. So and even if you fail, it's okay. So because I had nothing in the beginning, and thanks to the fortune, I could get a financial asset as an entrepreneur, successful entrepreneur. But I strongly feel that I should give back to society 100%, because I didn't have anything in the beginning. So it's okay to lose. So why don't you spend my money to create most challenging, most crazy idea? And then, so like that way, we could invest in various kind of the crazy, terrible ideas. And then sometimes they become a great success. They made a great success, and most of the time it failed, of course. But failure is a very important process for them to grow as a better entrepreneur, so seasoned entrepreneur. So we not only at that time, but also we provided a second chance. So once we invested, automatically you can get another chance to get invested from us. So that's the message I always convey, and that's why they are very become very brave to challenging the crazy ideas, and then. And we build a community of among those crazy networks to support each other. So it took so much time, but eventually, especially in these days, it's working very well. So reason why I acquired one of the investment arms of SoftBank Group is because on the other hand, we were strongly feeling that the limitation of our approach, because since we invested as a primary investment, proprietary investment, so that's why we have no LP investor. So our investment amount and the capital is limited, so we couldn't follow on investment. We couldn't do follow-on investment. So that's why we couldn't always stand by them as they grow bigger and bigger. So we could have a very serendipity-like great opportunity to acquire the investment venture capital. So that's why we acquired it, so that then the team is very professional, and also they have a more than 23 years achievement in history, investment history and records, good records. So that's why, so we can utilize them. We can take advantage of their experiences and track records to raise a bigger capital, so that we can always keep standing by the growth of the impactful entrepreneurs. So that's a strategy. We started raising the new funds now, and then not only raising the capital itself, but also we would change the relationship between GP and LP slightly, to more equal partner, not GP but LP, and just GP reports the achievement once a year or every 6 months, but we will always keep synchronizing with our investment LPs, so that they can learn the latest technology and also latest movement, market, and then we will together with them we will create not only investment but also even the business development part if we invest to the nice company and we will implement their technology or products and services through our partner network. So, and also we involved some semiconductor companies, group companies, so that not only capital, but also we will provide the computing resources for AI. So that is very, lacking resources and also very appreciated by the founders. So capital and the money and also computing resources and business development network and brand recognition and so on, together with a partner and founders. So yeah, so that's our strategy. And then, of course, one of my dream is creating a Silicon Valley-like ecosystem in Asia. So IPO is should not be the solution for the investors to exit. So secondary market is very important, especially the trustworthy buyers and seller should be always connected and exchanges their informations. So so that kind of things we like to build. So so that is why we are also supporting the Venturebeam and as a like-minded partner, and also we like to connect all of you guys so that we can create a nice ecosystem to support great entrepreneurs to accelerate the impact and make it bigger and faster.
Brilliant. Well, you said that so well, so thank you very much, Taizo. And just I think on behalf of everyone, first and foremost, you're a great ambassador for impact, I think it's fair to say. An amazing story, an inspiration, and we really appreciate your involvement, so thank you very much indeed. And we're going to have you back to Ireland sometime soon, hopefully.
Yes.
So please, if I can, ask everyone to put your hands together and give Taizo a round of applause.
Thank you very much.